What's poppin'? There's good and there's bad glitches in Fortnite. Obviously the good ones which are helpful, which are super useful, and there's also the ones that fall in the XP category. But obviously today we're going to talk about the good one, which is actually super helpful and with the newest edition of the prop manipulator, which allows you to manipulate any prop that you want. This glitch just has become so much more versatile. Alright, and the glitch that we're talking about is that you can be inside of props and use these props to create different kind of views for your players. So for example, if we go into phase mode right here, we can fly through this building and we can even stay in this building. This does not work with any prop that you have in Fortnite Creative, mainly with like bigger props like these new buildings here, which are completely new to the game, or you can even sometimes do it with like some terrain pieces. So for example, like this one over here. So you can be inside. But there's nothing really new, right? So of course the buildings are new and some of the other pieces are new, but being inside the buildings is nothing super new. But with the newest edition of the prop manipulator device, you can make this super accessible and super versatile and can use this kind of glitch for any kind of stuff. So for example, if we're in this building, you know that we can see outside, but the people obviously cannot see inside, which is already a pretty cool thing. Usually people would do that with the, like, for example, the billboard. So if you pull out the billboard, go give it, for example, a background color like gray. You can see from the one side you can see through and the other one not. But obviously the billboard is pretty boring, and having a house like this where you can be inside here is pretty cool. So you place a teleporter here, place a teleporter in here, and now you can go inside. Oh, that's the wrong teleporter. You can place a teleporter here, and you can also place a teleporter inside, and you can basically go in and out of the building. It is pretty simple. This also works in-game. There's nothing new to this. But now with the newest edition of the prop manipulator, you can also make sure that, for example, the building isn't there in the first place and then just pops up if you want to. So you're going to pick out the prop manipulator and place it on the building. You're going to go here, make it hidden from the start, put it to yes, and then you just put up a random channel to show when. Let's take 2, for example. So we're going to take 2, and then we can place, for example, a button inside of here. Take this button, make sure that this has the right channel, and now if we start the game, you can see that there's no big building there. But if we go here and press this button, I'm now inside of the building. I cannot go out. And the person that's standing outside cannot see me anymore. This is not only useful for, like, for example, one-way death runs where the one person is giving like traps and the other person has to run through the traps, but you can also, which is very cool, shoot through here. So you can actually kill people from this side and they cannot kill you on the other side. But that is just a tip of the iceberg, what you can do with the inside of the prop glitch. You can see here now we have the better bus now in Fortnite Creative, which is super cool. And you can also go inside here, but this does not work as well as with the other ones. You can see if I go here, I get stuck at the top floor here, and I cannot really just stand here. Like sometimes you get even pushed out. So it's not working as clean with any other prop. But what the cool thing about this is, which you might have noticed, that if I go in here, I go into first person. And we can create something like this, where we can actually be the driver of the battle bus, which I personally think is one of the coolest things you can create for cinematics, and maybe have like as an intro scene to your game. You can see you can even completely fill out the battle bus with like some other random stuff. And you can see if we quickly take the battle bus here, the battle bus from the inside looks a little bit like empty, but you can obviously fill it out like I did here. For example, I put a chair in here, I put the wheel in here, and also give it a floor. Obviously, this is just quickly made just for the video. But you can obviously make this like a full bus here. You can even put in like other devices in there as well. I'm pretty sure that some of you guys are absolutely going insane with this battle bus trick. The one thing which is important though, if you take this battle bus, for example, if we take this specific battle bus, you can see that if I go in here and I, for example, go to the front seat here, and if I press this, I get pushed to the top, which also works. I mean, I'm still in first person. But one thing which you can do to avoid this, to maybe have like a window level kind of glitch. So you can see I always get pushed to the top, even though just try to be at the window level. You can use a barrier device like I did here and just help it to, so you don't get pushed to the top. So you just get pushed as far so you can look out of the window and it looks like you're sitting in a seat or something. So there's a quick thing that you can always do. Obviously use the barrier device if needed. There's one last thing which is important if you want to create this, and this is also why the prop manipulator is so important. As you can see, we cannot just simply teleport into the bus. So if we take this here, let's make this group C. So we just have this teleporter for this group. You can see that you cannot teleport into the bus. You can see this is the teleporter. I should easily get teleported in there. If I take this out, I can get teleported to that. The reason for that is that you are teleporting yourself into a zone where you should not be. And obviously the teleporter recognizes that you would get squished or whatever. So what you can do, for example, is you take out a prop manipulator device. So I don't know where I have it on this side here. So you take out a prop manipulator device, take it on the bus, make sure that it's hidden from start, and then you have the same channel on, like, for example, let's say channel 4, right? Show when channel 4. And then you go into your teleporter, you go into that, go down here, and then when teleported, put both of these to channel 4, and put that one back into the bus. And now basically what you do is if you start the game, you can see, and then in the end it should look something like this, where the bus is not there, and as soon as you step into the teleporter, it recognizes that, and you get put into the bus appears, and you have your first-person perspective in the battle bus. And then you can obviously use a timer or whatever you want to use to get out of the bus. And that is basically all you have to do. It is a super simple glitch, but super effective if you can pull it off properly. Obviously, the battle bus and these big buildings are not the only pieces that you can use. There's a lot more stuff where you can go inside of the prop and use it to some kind of cool advantage and make your map just stand out a little bit more. So hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully you learned something today. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. And I will see you guys back in the next one. Bye.